Hey, welcome back. So in this video, we will be learning about images. So the image element in HTML and how we can display the images in our web page. So let's get started. And as usual, like the images are very crucial inside of the websites, and you see images all over the place, right? Inside of the social media, inside of Reddit, and so on and so forth, inside of the marketing web pages and so on. So let's um, try to include an image inside of our web page, which is currently empty right now. And here it is. This is the HTML images heading, which we are able to see. All right. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. Okay. Now, to show the image, first of all, we need the images. So I have already gotten one image. So what I did basically, I just created one folder called assets inside of like here inside of this folder, which is the HTML course. Okay. So inside of that, I have one image, which is the thumbnail.png. And this image can be PNG, can be JPEG. Like there are multiple formats, and most of the formats are supported by the browsers, at least by the modern browsers. Okay, now what we have to do basically, we will create the image element here. So here we can do the img. This is the image element, but keep in mind this is a little bit different element inside of the HTML because it do not have any closing tag. Okay, so to close that, what we can do, we can do the slash and then this angle brackets or this greater than symbol. Anyways, and here we have created our image element. Now if I just save, now nothing will happen, right? There is no image here. Now what we can do, we have to provide the source of the image inside of this image tag. So what we have to do basically, we have to tell HTML image tag like, hey, just render this thumbnail.png inside of our web page. So it is quite simple as well. Just inside of that, this image element has the attribute which is called src, which stands for source, and if you hit enter, then it will autocomplete. And here we have to like provide the path of the image. For me, it is inside of the asset folder, and inside of that the thumbnail.png is present. So just do dot slash and then we can do assets, and inside of that we have this thumbnail.png, and VS Code is auto completing for us, which is awesome. So now if I just save, and here as soon as I save, and here we have this image being displayed into our screen, into our browser, right? Which is awesome. And for now, please don't worry about the shape and the size of the image. We can control the shape and the size of the images by using CSS. Okay, now this is one way of rendering the image inside of the web page. But what if you do not have a proper image which is inside of your machine currently right now? How we can like show that, right? To do that, what I can do here, I have already gone to a website which is called the pexels.com, which is here. Okay, this is called pexels.com, and here what I can do, this is basically I have opened that image into a new tab. I will just close it out and we can just open that once again. So here you can use many of the images as you need, but please mention the creator of the image or the person who has uploaded the image here. That will be very nice. So to do that, what I can do, okay, I have just searched for random and there are some of the random things. Okay, this looks good and this can be a good wallpaper as well. So here, this is this image. So to show this image, what you can do, you can just download that and then include that inside of the folder or whatever you want, and just point it out inside of this source attribute, right? But what if you do not want to download the image? In that case, what you can do, you can open this image in new tab and it will be opened. Basically, whenever you are hosting some images, there should be a proper URL which is accessible and by which you can just get the image, right? So what you can do, you can just copy this URL here, and now after this image tag I can do another one, so img, and just close it out and do src source, which will be equal to that particular URL. And if I just save and just do Control B, just save that, and as you can see, this is a little bit of the long URL, so here it is. And now if I go to my browser, after this image, what we have currently here, we have this image as well. Now the thing is, with the online hosted images, many of the times the URL might fail, or there are some delays, or there are something going on. Now, for example, if the URL fails, then what will happen? Let's see that. So to do that, what I can do, I can just go here in the first one and just add an S, right? Thumbnails, which is not a valid image. The name of the image is thumbnail.png. Now if I go here, what you can see, there it is, our image, right? Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit. Okay, so it is showing us like, hey, there was some problem, but it is not that much of use, right? So to counter that particular problem, what we have another attribute inside of this image element, which is called the alt attribute, which stands for the alternate text. This text will be shown when the image is not able to like display it properly inside of the browser, right? So let's do alt, and here you can pass anything. I can do something like thumbnail image. This alt tag basically should be a small description of the image, what you are trying to show, because when I will save that, I will show it to you here in after this broken image like icon, this text is being shown as well. And also when the some person use screen reader or something like that, so this alternate text will be read by the screen reader. So this is a very important thing to have. But sometimes what happens is that, like, suppose I want to use this particular image, this pattern as my background. This is not adding some sort of value to the content of the web page, right? So when the user is using screen reader, that makes no sense. Like this image will not make any sense. So to tackle that, what you can do, you have to provide the alt attribute, but it can be empty. So here I will do alt, and that should be empty. So this will do the job. But again, whenever you are using some image element inside of your web page, there should be the alt attribute associated. That is a good practice. You can do something like this, like alt is equals to empty string, but please include the alt attribute. It is very, very important. Okay, so now if I go here, as you can see, there is nothing being changed, but yeah, we can say like, hey, this is not adding so much value of the inside of the content of the web page. And for the decoration images and so on and so forth, the alt attribute should be empty in that particular case. Okay, So this is, I believe, everything you need to know about the image element in HTML. So yeah, this is awesome. So let's catch up in the next one.